Are you having problems with your wet-dry vac? Don't worry, you're not alone. Let's look at some of the most common issues people have with their wet-dry vacs and how to troubleshoot them. For the first issue in this video, we'll investigate why the motor is cutting out. The most common reason your wet-dry vac may cut out is because something is wrong with the power cord. This could be as simple as the cord is falling out of the outlet on the wall, or sometimes extension cords fall out of outlets because they're tugged on, tripped over, or loose. While it may seem simple, make sure this is the first thing you check. It can end up saving you a lot of time and money. The cord may also cause your wet-dry vac motor to cut out if it's damaged. Cords can be damaged from heavy use or even improper storage. Check to see if any of the prongs are bent, loose, or missing. If not, it's possible that the cord is defective and may need replacing. Before you replace anything, check to make sure that doing so won't void the unit's warranty. However, if you don't see any cord damage and the motor still cuts out, then the problem is likely caused by a blockage in the hose, mechanical issue, or electrical issue. First, check the hose for blockages. If you do locate one, undo it by using a tool or your hands to break the blockage down until it can pass through the hose. If there's no blockage, it's likely a mechanical or electrical issue. If that's the case, you'll need to call a certified technician. They have tools and methods that will allow you to diagnose and resolve the problem. Another common issue people experience with wet-dry vacs is poor suction. This is frustrating because it requires rework, decreases productivity, and increases how long it takes to complete a job. There are a number of reasons why your wet-dry vac can have poor suction, so let's start with the most likely one. There's a blockage. It's common for blockages to form when you're working with medium to large size debris. But that doesn't mean smaller debris can't cause a clog. In fact, it's easy for small debris to get jammed in the hose, causing other pieces of small debris to pile up. Check ports or points of entry like the mouth of the wand or the inlet for jams. These are areas where debris enters the hose or tank, making them likely spots for blockages to form. The wet-dry vac may also experience loss of suction due to a perforation in the vacuum hose. If the hose does not have a hole, then it'll need to be replaced. Again, before replacing anything, check to see if your warranty covers it or if it's voided by replacement. If it's not a clog or hole in the hose, it may be the filter. Oftentimes, the filters can get plugged up after heavy use, greatly reducing the suction of the vacuum. If the filter is clogged, remove it and shake or tamp it out. The third most common issue wet-dry vac owners face is foul-smelling tanks. Bad smells are typically caused by residue left from wet pickup. Bad smells are typically caused by residuals left over from wet pickup. Residue from a liquid can line the inside of the tank, which if not properly cleaned, will lead to a bad odor. Whenever you use a wet-dry vac to remove liquids, it's important to rinse, clean, and air dry it afterwards. The only real way to remove bad odors from the tank is to take the unit apart, clean it by hand with warm water and soap. For severe odors, you may need to soak the tank in an enzymatic solution. Whichever method you choose, please be sure to thoroughly clean the tank. As for the hose and wand, these can be soaked in a warm bath with soapy or enzymatic solution. Another reason wet-dry vacs can develop a bad odor is if they're used for wet pickup while equipped with a paper dry filter. This effectively ruins the filter, drenching it and leading to mold and mildew formation. As a result, the filter will need to be thrown out. The last common issue we'll go over is eject dusting during dry pickup. This is a fairly common issue that users will run into after they've had their wet-dry vac for a while. Fortunately, it's easy to figure out what's wrong. It boils down to one of these three problems. 1, the filter needs to be cleaned because it's clogged with too much debris. Just clean the filter out and it's good to go. 2, the filter needs to be replaced because it's either worn out or damaged. You'll have to throw out the filter and replace it with a new unit. And 3, the user forgot to install a filter before using their wet-dry vac. The only way to avoid this is by reminding your operations to always check for a filter before using the wet-dry vac. I hope this video has been able to help you troubleshoot your wet-dry vac. If you're still experiencing issues with your unit, consider contacting one of our equipment specialists at Imperial Dade at a location near you. We can set up a free evaluation where one of them will come to your facility, identify problems with your equipment or areas for improvement in your floor care program, and work with you to address those issues. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and leave a comment below.